Last thing anyone needs now is mindless politicking, but has that stopped people? Of course not. Texas Congressman Ronnie Jackson, a Republican, labeled Omicron the midterm election variant and claimed Democrats are using it to win elections. And on Fox TV, in reference to Secretary of Transportation Pete Buttigieg in his comments, the U.S. needs to tackle the pandemic before it can solve the supply chain problem. Listen to this.
And now we see these new variants. So that's the answer, is more lockdowns, more fear. And therefore, he doesn't have to do his job of fixing the supply chain because we'll just keep this whole thing going.
It's always a new variant.
And you'll count on a variant about every October, every 2 years.
With South Africa's discovery of the new COVID variant, Omicron, alarming countries all over the world of another potentially dangerous COVID wave, Republicans in the United States have seized the opportunity to make it all about themselves.
From Tokyo to Tel Aviv, global capitals are watching the purple districts outside of Richmond, Virginia.
Of course
and clearly have an outsized interest in what happens there.
These statements come after the GOP literally tried to steal the election under the guise of stopping the Democrats' supposed election steal. You can't make this up. It writes itself.
The stupidity is remarkable. Absolute, complete stupidity, but you see it across the board. Lunacy, this reckless lunacy that actually is going to kill constituents. I guess you have to lay the stupidity at the feet of the people who actually would believe the stupid lies.
But it's more than just stupid, it's dangerous.
Pandemics don't care about politics. We should know that by now.
And we can make jokes, but like this is dangerous stuff. When someone like this floats a conspiracy theory, we know the disinformation and misinformation that's out there online, on Facebook, on other channels.
We're still dealing with disinformation. I mean, that's probably the biggest threat out there right now.
If you're searching for an explanation for why 50 million American adults have not gotten vaccinated, it comes from people like Ronnie Jackson.
This is just unbelievable. He seems to have become the doctor of disinformation for the far right.
As a reminder, we know that the transmissibility of this variant is high, but we haven't yet determined just how dangerous it might be. The South African doctor who first spotted the new variant says that symptoms seem to be mild so far.
Looking at the mildness of the symptoms that we are seeing, currently there's no reason for panicking, as we don't see severely ill patients.
But Republicans are quick to jump the gun and seize the opportunity to tap into people's worries and fears as a means to seize more political and economic power.
The impulse to project your fears or to polarize for profit off this stuff is almost irresistible to people who have a financial interest, frankly, in this polarization.
Yeah. The project of the Republican Party today is real simple. It's dumb in its simplicity. It's 2 parts. Ready? Part 1, tell people they're aggrieved. They might not know it, but they are aggrieved.
Sure.
Part 2, tell them who's to blame. So Anthony Fauci is to blame. Big Bird is to blame. You might think you're happy, but you're not. You're aggrieved. And here's who is responsible.
All the while, the people most vulnerable to this kind of messaging, their audience, are losing their lives.
People believe them. People believe them. And there are people who are still, to this day, unvaccinated, refusing to get any shots, nonetheless the booster. And those are the people who are at great risk, if indeed this variant is as transmissible and potentially as dangerous as doctors seem to think.
Thanks for watching.